Rick, California has introduced what will be a new tax hike, a new gas hike. Of course, if you've ever been to Southern California, sometimes the gas prices there don't necessarily reflect the rest of the world.
I thought they were really affordable in California.
Affordable. I mean, I feel like I've seen $10 gas gallons there my whole life.
Right.
So what is it going to be now? 40. So Rick, I want to get your feedback on this. Will, maybe you could set this up because this is another moment where politics is being played.
That's right, Rick. I mean, at the same time that we're seeing the Senate just pass the big, beautiful bill, which extends tax cuts and tax credits to all of America, we're seeing that the governor on this very same day of California, something they have passed is going into effect, which will raise prices on not just every Californian, but probably the Californians that don't need a tax hike the most, those that have to drive to work to afford to live in a very expensive state. What's going on?
Well, first of all, let's just make one thing clear. California has the highest gas prices already. We had those yesterday. And today they're even higher. Now, there's a big debate on exactly how high, but the studies that conservatives are pointing to show that with the increase in gas tax, the increase in regulatory frameworks surrounding cars, and all of the other things that the governor wants to do when it comes to roads and additional funding, all of that is going to increase our gas, currently the highest in the country, by around 65 cents, an additional 65 cents. Now, the governor came back and he said, no, it's only going to be an additional 10 cents. And what he's not telling you is that while Donald Trump and the feds are cutting, he's taking advantage of those cuts and then still raising it and pretending like he didn't raise it enough because he's taken advantage of some of the Fed cuts. But make no mistake about it, the radical environmental policies that Gavin Newsom keeps pushing are the strongest in America. They make the auto industry create completely different engines for sale in California because of our crazy environmental laws. You combine that with the tax increase on the gasoline, the state tax, and Californians are paying, in terms of insurance for our cars, our gasoline to put in the cars, the highest in the country. And Gavin Newsom is left to just simply say, well, it's not as high as you're saying it is. There's no plan. There's no reverse. There's just simply more radical environmental regulatory frameworks that are costing Californians, a typical Californian, up to 65 cents per gallon starting today.
I mean, I saw a lot of people in California, a lot of my friends posting, hey, go fill up tonight. Remember, get out there, go fill up. It's going to change. Because like you said, it's a few cents here and there, but that may sound like nothing. When you start adding it up, and specifically for the state, it becomes a real revenue center. What is the benefit? What are they saying even and maybe Will or Rick, you can answer this. What's the point of this? Why do it? Is it just to cause more unrest, it feels like, in California?
The real answer to why they're doing it is because they're totally weak in a one-party rule in Sacramento that they can't make budget cuts to the bigger budget. What they can do is keep coming up with schemes to say, oh, we need better roads, right? Don't you agree that we need better roads? So now we got to raise the gasoline tax and the car registration tax and all of those things, to which most people who don't understand the budget process would say, oh, well, our roads are pretty bad. We need to pay more. But the reality is that somebody's just got to look Gavin in the eye and say, your budget is totally bloated. It's filled with DEI programs, waste of money, waste of regulatory insanity in terms of the regulations that keep going up, and new taxes. You've got to make a better priority funding list. Gavin Newsom is so weak, he can't say no to the left. And so what he's saying yes to is more revenue through tax increases without cutting the spending. What he needs to be able to do, and the people who control Sacramento, which are all Democrats, they just need to start saying no to these DEI programs, no to the wasteful spending, and prioritize the roads. We absolutely want our roads to be fixed, but you can do it in the current budget. You don't have to raise taxes. And that means tough choices. Every single family realizes that when you have limited amounts of revenue coming in, your paycheck is limited. You can't do everything. You can't live in deficit spending. You've got to say, okay, grocery bills go up, so something else has to fall. There's a trade-off that every single American family understands, except the Democrats in Sacramento, they don't understand those trade-offs. They just keep going back to the taxpayer to say, I need more money, I need more money. Meanwhile, their weak policies are the ones that are causing our budgets to grow.
We are so excited to announce the ACLJ's brand new app, completely redesigned to provide you with the best tools available to partner with us at the ACLJ. You can watch the daily Seculo program, sign the petitions, customize your ACLJ membership experience, donate with the click of a button, and receive up-to-the-minute critical updates that the mainstream media can't censor. Just scan the QR code on your screen or go to your phone's app store, search ACLJ, and click install. It's that simple.